Right, so as predicted on the Taffs, albeit the Aberdeen and Lookers ones, we've got a break in the weather, kind of a survive the storm thing up in Aberdeen. Forecast to go light and variable by 1500 to 1800, and overall northerlies to northwesterlies, and that's what we've got down in the Dundee area. So it could be the odd bit of snow showers, just light ones there, but generally cloud isn't particularly thick, so not really expecting anything. Had been cycling across and bumped into my sister still while in Dundee, and very kindly she gave me a lift across. So north to northeast, got a couple of birds, a wee bit flapping but generally circling, so they're actually getting thermals off the water, believe it or not. Getting good height there. They're definitely flapping a bit, but they're not flapping for a second. So even though it's very cold in the overall scheme of things, they're definitely circling up in the thermal, gaining height, no flap at all, and a wee bit flapping again. So even in these temperatures, the temperature difference, which in this case the water is warmer than the land, can be enough to give a bit of lift. Plus of course the air rising here tends to help anything going up, but they're out over the water. So recent news in the UK, the BHPA, not too surprisingly, got their asses sued, and instead of actually the final court case going through, they made a payout. And this was from one of their pilots being injured fairly severely by another one of their pilots popping the wing up. Now for years I've been getting abuse from the so-called expert respected pilots. All Murraying is checking airspace. So with a bit of luck, this will be yet another thing where they're going to have to change what they're doing, and certainly one of the big changes that just occurred is effectively they've stopped all their formal competitions because of the legal liability of their club members. Now it's not just an individual club. If you're a member of the BHPA, technically you're actually a guarantor, because it's a limited company with no share capital, so its limited status is from guarantee. So if you had, say, a nominal £5 million payout for a death, unlawful death, and say the folks involved, as they commonly are, were using 2-metre radios, therefore flying illegally, also actually flying out with the BHPA's own rules, despite the fact they require you often to use those illegal radios in competitions, etc., then the insurance company is perfectly justified in not paying out. What that would mean is that on the current membership numbers, you're looking at each individual member would be liable on approximately a £5 million payout. After the £500,000 or so BHPA assets are consumed, each individual member would be liable for about £1,000. And that's yet another reason why I advise folks not to fund sporting bodies that have no legal status, claim they do, claim that they have authority from the CA, when if you speak to the CA they say they don't, and commonly break the law and have a history of accidents, injuries and deaths. So guys, we're about to come into 2013, time to make decisions. New Year's resolution: do you support a group of folks responsible for an awful lot of accidents, injuries and deaths, promote illegal and dangerous activities and put your own house at risk, or do you force them to change or simply stop funding them? Let's hope the accident, injury and death rates do change in 2013, and the only way that's going to change is if they change what they do, and they've shown no tendency to change at all in the last 20 years. We've got better and better gliders, mobile phones to call emergency services for the golden hour, and yet their accident, injury, death rate not changed. Come on guys and girls, time to start being safe and legal in the UK.